Hello YouTube, this is Bev Potter. It's February 13th, 2018. And today I would like to share with you a little bit about why I believe the Lord has asked me to do YouTube. And there's a little story I want to tell called God's Little Chicken. And but before I do that, I just wanted to make a clarification concerning the last video that I did about the birthing of the man-child. I just wanted to be clear. It's my belief that the contractions began in earnest. I believe that there have been contractions prior, and in fact, after I did that video, I remembered getting together with some friends of mine for a meeting to spend some time with the Lord. And at that meeting, this friend of mine, who is a very gifted prophetic intercessor, she said that she had just seen the water break. Now, this was a few years ago. I will try to look up the date and put it in the description box below. And I'll just write that down so I don't forget. Okay, water broke. Date. Now I'm gonna say it was around 2012, 2013, somewhere in there is what I believe at this point. Okay, so, but I believe that back on September 23rd, last year, 2017, the contractions really began in earnest. That's when things started to get tough for lots of people. All right, so, and I also wanted to clarify that when I said we were trying to escape, what I meant was that the man-child, as we read it in Revelation 12, I just want to quickly read that section of scriptures. Okay, so we have the woman clothed with the sun, and then the sign of the dragon. And then it says, Revelation 12, 4b and 5. The dragon stood in front of the woman who was about to give birth, so that he might devour her child the moment it was born. She gave birth to a son, a male child, who will rule all the nations with an iron scepter. And her child was snatched up to God and to his throne. Okay, so what I was trying to communicate was that the child must go through the birthing process, and that is not easy. Okay, so I just want to make that clear. Then once the child is born, he gets snatched up to God and to his throne. So, yay. All right, so let's get to the story about the little chicken. Years ago, I was at a conference, and a woman named Heidi Baker, a very well-known missionary in Africa, was there as a guest speaker. And she had a story to tell us. And I'm going to give that to you the best I can, as far as I can remember. All right. So she normally would go to remote tribes, places in Africa where they had never heard the gospel, and preach the gospel and do whatever God had for her to do there. So she was going to this remote village, and this was the first time she'd been there. And she met the chief when she first arrived. And he said to her, he ran up to her and he was very excited, and he said, "You must stay for dinner after the service. I would really be honored if you would share a meal with us." And she had not planned to stay. She was planning to just preach and go and do something else. She had other plans. And that's what she told him at first. But then he really pressed her, and he said, Please, we've prepared a very, very special meal for you. We're having chicken. And he was just so excited to share this meal with her that she just couldn't say no. So they went ahead and did the service, and then following the service, the women went off to gather all the vegetables and get everything prepared for the meal. And he said to Heidi, "Come and see this little chicken. See the chicken that we've got for our dinner tonight." And so he takes her to see this live chicken, and she looked at it, and her mouth kind of dropped and was like, "Oh my goodness, that is the most scrawny, half-starved chicken I've ever seen." And she looked at the chicken, and she said it was a toss-up whether that chicken was going to make it to the chopping block or just keel over right there. It was sad. But anyway, it did make it to the chopping block, and they chopped its head off and prepared the meal and put everything together and brought it out. And when they all sat down and he began to say grace, Heidi said that the presence of the Lord filled that room in a way she had never felt it before. It was just profound. And Heidi's husband, at that point, he had lost his mind. He was just not there, and so he was with them, but he had lost his mind. During that meal, when they shared this little chicken together, the Lord healed her husband and brought him back to full sanity. And Heidi said, God brought him back sweet. And that was such a blessing to her. But and then after the meal, she said to the chief, she said, "How often do you have chicken?" And he said, "Once a year. Once a year." That's all they could afford. So she finished telling that story, and there was an altar call, and they called everyone up who wanted to give their lives to the Lord and serve Him. And so I was up with many other people, and the Lord was ministering to everyone individually. But this young prophetic woman came up to me and said to me, she said, "The Lord wants you to know that you're His little chicken." And I thought, wow, that's impressive. But when I thought about it afterwards, it was like, the chief was like the father, and he was just so excited to share to what him looked like something absolutely wonderful, even though it was only a scrawny little chicken. And because it was the best he had, and he offered it graciously and freely and with great love, the Lord Himself came and joined them for that meal. And that is my prayer, that the Lord will somehow turn me into a special meal, even though I'm just a scrawny, old little chicken. So I just wanted to share that with you. That's why I'm here. Okay, well, God bless you. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.